In the chapter of real and rational numbers, we are looking at checkpoint 2.2 part B. Let's take a look at question 12 over here. Now, this is a question that actually tests you of the different kind of possibilities as well as the terms that you are given. So let's say Imran answered a total of 7 questions. Okay, so we have 7 questions here, and he actually scored 1 mark. Okay, so given by this question, alright, let's highlight a little bit of the main key points. The correct answer is 3 marks. Okay, while the wrong answer is awarded -2 marks. Now there is a total of 10 questions, sorry. Okay, so it cannot exceed 10 questions. Now in your question in part 1, he said he answered a total of 7 questions. So how many questions did he answer correctly? Let's see. If I have 6 correct questions, this means that it will be a 6 times 3, which will give me 18. And then that means I'll have 1 question that is answered wrongly. So this will be a -2. So when I combine them together, I'll have a -2 minus 2. This gives me 16 marks. You know that this combination of 6 and 1 is wrong. Okay, so let's try the next combination. Okay, I will have a 5 correct, and 2 wrong. Okay, so what happens is I will have a 5 multiplied by 3, which will give me 15, and then 2 multiplied by a -2, which will give me -4. So if I combine them together, I have 15 minus away 4, and this will give me 11 marks. So you see again, this combination of 5 plus 2 is also wrong, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the next combination. I have 4 and a 3. Okay, so 4 correct, 3 wrong. So 4 correct is 4 times 3, which is 12. And then 3 multiplied by -2 would give me -6. So 12 minus away 6 would give me 6 over here. So again, if I have a combination of 4 plus 3, this is also wrong. Okay, so lastly, let's go to 3. Oh, sorry, not lastly. There is actually more possibilities here. So let's take a look at 3. 3 corrects and 4 wrongs. So if I have 3, okay, I multiply by 3 marks, I will get 9 marks in total. And then for 4, I multiply by -2, I will actually get a -8. So if you see, 8 minus 9 minus away 8 will actually give me 1 mark. Is this fulfilling whatever they're telling you here? He scored 1 mark at the end of this test. Yes. So what does this tell you? How many questions did he answer correctly? He answered 3 questions correctly. Okay. Now, then let's move on to part 2. Now, Joyce, she answered 0 marks for the quiz. Give an example of the number of correct answers and the number of wrong answers that she might have obtained. Okay, so you see down here, we know that in Joyce's case, there is a total of how many questions? 10 questions now. Okay, and can you see a trend that if let's say you have one that has a very huge lopside, let's say 6 and 1, your total number of marks is very huge. Okay, but do you realize that when you narrow your gap, the number of marks decreases along the way? Okay, so this is actually what I want you to notice. Learn how to read trends. Okay, because finding trends is actually going to help you in many kinds of questions. So let's see part 2. Okay, in Joy's case, there is 10 questions, of which eventually she's got 0 marks. It means I must have a balance. Okay, what do I mean by a balance? If I have, for example, 6 questions that are wrong. Okay, this means it's 6 multiplied by -2, which will give me -12. Then I have how many more questions left? 4 more questions left to be correct. So if I have 4 questions that are correct, okay, this would mean that 4 multiplied by 3 would give me 12 as well. So if I have 12, I minus away 12. Does that give me 0? Yes. Okay, so can you see why am I actually choosing? Okay, the question is, why did I choose 4 and 6? Because I want the ultimate answer to be a very, very, very narrowed answer. Can you see the trend from a bigger number to a smaller number? Okay, so I also want it to be small. So you see, if you do realize, the differences in terms of the number of questions becomes narrower and narrower. So therefore, in this case, we can answer our question by saying that, okay, the number of correct answers would be 4. Okay, 4 correct answers and 6 wrong answers. Okay, yep.